By the way, friend, I respect you as a reactor. By the way, friend, I respect you as a reactor. By the way, friend, I respect you as a reactor. This is all about clout. I respect you as a reactor.
Hey guys, good morning. How is everybody? Happy Thursday. I cannot believe this week has gone by so fast. Guys, give me a second. I'm not even like in the chat yet. I'm still in the studio trying to do what I got to do before this thing gets going and I don't have to do it later. So here I come. I don't think we have any. Let me make sure. Do we have any birthdays today? I know we have one tomorrow. Wheezy F Baby. Okay. Wheezy F Baby. I don't know if it's the Wheezy F Baby. Somebody named Wheezy F Baby showed up to the chat and said their birthday was on 9/3. So we're gonna just go with that. I don't know if it's a Millie. I don't know if it's that Wheezy F Baby, but Wheezy F Baby said, please put me on the birthday list. So we did. We don't, we are a open sitchy over here. Okay. I don't play all that over here. So, Wheezy F Baby, tomorrow's your day, okay? 9/2, which is today. I'm looking at the birthday list. I sorted it by Virgo because, it's just that Virgo in me that makes me put birthday lists on spreadsheets. I'm not showing a 9/2 Virgo in the house, and that is okay. That's okay, and it's all good. There's a Virgo out there somewhere who's celebrating a birthday today. There might be one who's even selling a birthday today. And you know what? Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Virgos. Virgo gang gang up in this thing. We got Wheezy F Baby. We also got It's Your Girl, Miss Pearl on Saturday. Sunday we got LOL. So we got some birthdays coming. We got Virgo Diva on the 6th. We got Shea Butter on the 6th. They're coming, guys. They're coming. Mickey T. They're all coming, guys. So happy birthday, one and all. We got you. Okay. Good morning. Let me see. Let me get over to the chat now. Good morning. Hey, Tasha. Tasha's birthday is coming too. Virgo gang gang in this thing official. Hey, Tasha, how are you? Pretty dope. Good morning. Let me scroll. Let me stroll. I hear some people say stroll. Some people say scroll. I like to say Tootsie Slide. Yes, Cheryl was. Y'all be on it. I can't even get through my list sometimes. Gregg Leaks. There's a place in heaven for you right now that you are claiming. To be a husband of a social media maven is not an easy undertaking. You will be dragged. You will be in the drama. You will be told to get in your man's place. Okay. In men's place, get out of the women's business. Okay. That argument was famously debated on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Okay. Gregg Leaks, you fought the good fight and you won a place in the army of the Lord, and rest in peace. And Nene, who's out there, we are hoping that you get a lot of comfort from your sons and your family and everyone. who loves you and loves on you, and will help you through this difficult time of a over 20-year marriage, and very lovely relationship. Um, it's so fitting we're having this conversation about social media today, because I really want to talk about this a little bit, just a little bit, because we saw a lot. We see a lot in these shows, and any of you guys who watched Real Housewives from the beginning, you see the changes. You see the come out. You see the come ups. We see people going from $1,000, $2,000 an episode, maybe, the going rate, if not for free. Marlo Hampton was free for a long time, to millions of dollars per episode. Okay. We see this, right? And the husbands are supporting cast. The husbands don't have contracts. The contracts are with the wives. They're showing their families. Gregg, it was an older man, younger woman situation. He met Nene at the club. So, yes, he did take a girl out the club, made her a wife, gave her a son. She already had a son. Nene, very open about her past at the early beginning. If you guys ever watched it, early first, second, third season, when we learned a lot about Nene and Kim and everybody. Gregg was a customer, a club owner, a G, businessman out there doing his thing, lots of different businesses, lots of different streams of income, good looking guy with the silky hair, with the curl, lots of children of his own. Gregg has many of his own children that are older, not quite Nene's age, but a little junior to Nene, but significantly older than the kids that she's had with Gregg. Gregg was 66 years old, and he did his thing. He also, he represented well on the Real Housewives. He provided that alpha male, calm energy, never pressed. He absolutely adored his wife. Was Gregg a little bit of a player, a little bit of a charming type of dude? Did Gregg need to remind Nene from time to time that he could still pull something? Yes. And I think Nene, they had their relationship, right? They had their relationship. People they do what they do in their relationships, right? So I'm not setting him as a standard. We're just talking about the man and what we witnessed, right? But Gregg, I think overall was a class act. Absolutely. A very classy gentleman who absolutely adored his wife. He took her hand. He made sure she gets to her seat. He walks her down here. He walks her up there. As long as he could do it, he was doing it. And Nene had literally her biggest fan. And I know that she's going to be missing that, because that's a tremendous thing when you have a partner in life who is truly your biggest fan, and even you are their biggest fan. You guys fan over each other. And Gregg was so proud of his wife. And I think that whatever she wanted, you could see in his eyes that he was really proud of her. So whatever she wanted to do, you could tell like he fully supported her. Now, that's just my observation. But yeah, it's really sad. It's very sad. And I'm sad for Nene right now, because I can't imagine what type of a loss. I can only imagine, actually, the type of loss that she is experiencing today. And I hope that people are kind, and that everything is okay. Because it's not easy losing a loved one. So yes, rest in peace, Gregg. And Nene, for you, lean on whoever provides you comfort at this moment, whoever, whatever, wherever. because you're going to need it. It's a tremendous loss. It absolutely is. Rose of Sharon, thank you for being numero uno. Erica, yes, numero dos. Y Natalie Samparo. Okay. Why do I feel when I want? Okay, so numero tres. And my favorite dessert when I went to Mexican with a good friend of mine, and I had tres leches. Okay, if you've never treated yourself to tres leches, it's nice. Okay, yummy. So yes, our top 3 gang stars in the house. Good morning, moving in silence. How are you, Della? How are you, dear? I don't know if you were with us yesterday, but I called you out. I was like, Della, where are you? Della, where are you? Let's see. D Harold, what's going on? Mastermind, did I say good morning just now? If I did, 2 times. Miss Blue, good morning. Nubian Empress, good morning. Guys, if you did not watch Tarot Card Bay yesterday, you missed it. The Empress card showed up for the Virgo reading. Go get you some. From what I understand, there's moolah baby in our future this month. We just have to make some tough decisions. We got to do what we say, and we got to mean what we say, and we got to put some action to those words. Okay. That's the overall message that I got. Is that what Tarot Card Bay said? No, she said a lot more. Go get your life and go check out Tarot Card Bay. I posted it on my community tab. So if you want to know what is in the cards for the Virgo this month, just because you're nosy or just because you need to know how to handle things and how to govern thyself accordingly, get your life and click on the video and check it out. She gave you the whole entire plan for the month. So if you are in the middle of making a decision, decisions that you could make this month could mean guap, baby. Okay. So don't think long and think wrong. Do what you know you need to be doing out here. Okay. So that, like I said, that Empress card showed up. Okay. Special card. One of the highest favor cards. I think along with Wheel of Fortune may have showed up too. Yeah. There was a plenty. Okay. Teely, how are you? Go Getta, good morning. Hey Kiki, what's up? Shea Butter, what's going on? What's going on? Let's see. Megan Claire, is it Shea Butter or Shay Shay? Shay 96. And then we got Shay got something to say. Oh, Shay got something to say. That's what confused me there. Shay got something to say is a Gemini. Okay. But we have Shea Butter, whose birthday is coming up. Okay. Let me get me straight. Okay. Okay. Buttons all day. What's good? Cheryl Waz. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Olivia Pope, how are you, dear? Tasha, official. Good morning. Miss True, official. Farah had her Miss True custom handmade mask on today. The pink iced out junior edition, looking oh so fabulous. Positively Blessed, how are you? Megan Claire, how are you? Am I missing anyone? Pretty dope. Hello, good morning, hun. KP, what's up? Pam, excuse me. Pat, Sam, good morning. Queen V, good morning, hun. VB, good morning. Monique White, good morning. Ms. Amaze, good morning. Taylor XO, good morning. Devly Creations, good morning. My screen jumped, so pardon me, guys. Mary Blue, if you're out there, whenever I say Miss Blue, I always Mary Blue. There you are. Good morning, hun. Chanel Dior, good morning. Dior. Good morning, hun. I hope the fam is doing okay, and better than okay. Yeah, you had some healing going on in the house, so I'm hoping that you are seeing supernatural results. Okay, that everything is going accordingly, and the healing is taking place rapidly. Okay. There were some challenges in the past week or so, and Chanel shared that things were going better. And then young man had an accident. So I hope that your young man is doing okay too. I hope I didn't miss anyone. I think I got everybody in the chat. If I missed you, my bad, sis. I'm only human. Okay. And that's it. And that's all. Dovely Creations. I know I said hi. Monique White. I think I got you all. Once Upon a Twin Mom Life. Good morning, hun. How are you? Good morning, guys. Yeah, Gregg Leaks lost his fight, but he won the battle because he's with the Lord now, and it is what it is. You know, it's part of the promise, and it's part of life, right? It makes us all remember pineapples. Good morning, hun. It makes us all remember how precious this thing is that we're doing right now. Lenice, what's good, hun? I guess I'm gonna go a little bit in reverse really quick. Mom Duke shared she lost her mother. And that is a club that is no fun at all. I lost my mother. It will be 5 years this October. Whew. It'll be 5 years, and she's still just as missed today as she was the day that she left, the day that she exited, for the sake of this conversation, the day she exited the chat. Okay. It's something that you don't want to experience, guys. It really is, because it's awful. Someone that you just know is going to be there, and then they're just no longer. It's sad. I felt bad for Mom Dukes yesterday. She lost her mom, and her children were not able to be with her because her children are going through Rona. Okay. Jasmine and Keyshawn, she disclosed. Jasmine did also. And Latoya, I think is her name, was obviously not able to be there. So she kind of had to focus on mom and family and all that. Thanks, Tasha. Thank you, everyone. It's sad, you know, I mean, it's sad. I mean, I give God the glory, honestly, because had they not been here, I take what I got. You know what I'm saying? I'm at the point in my life where I take what I got, and I got a lot. I got to be with my mom until I was in my middle 40s. I mean, people don't always get that lucky. There's people out here who didn't even get through their teens with mom and dad, mom or dad, a mom and a dad. Like, I'm blessed. You know what I'm saying? So I can only imagine what it would be like to really, really grow old with my mom, but because that's not even a possibility anymore. But yeah, I'm grateful and blessed, and I'm not going to ask for any more, because what's the point? But at the end of the day, I'm blessed, and I know that anyone who really, really, you know, once you let that kind of loss soak in and absorb, you can all you can think of is the blessings. I mean, it's really hard to not think of the blessings after you lose someone, and you have a little bit of distance. Of course, it's going to hurt a lot for a while. There's no magic number, and I'm certainly not here to tell anybody how that should go. It hurts. Okay. It hurts. So Mom Dukes lost her mom. She had to lay her mom to rest, and Mom Dukes is a G. Okay. Hearing her talk, how she took it in stride. She's an interesting woman. The fact that she can hit go live, and this is really not her thing. I know we see a lot of the awkwardness between her and her daughter, but at the end of the day, Mom Dukes, she's a silly woman sometimes. And aren't we all? We don't all get it perfect, right? This is social freaking media. We are not going to all get it right, because who's got a publicist at their house? Who's got a script writer? Who's telling you what to do? Who's telling you how to do it? Who's got help? Nobody. Only until you get big enough to make all of the mistakes or some of the mistakes, well, maybe you'll start to hire some help. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, the fact that she could turn that camera on and let everyone know what's going on, kind of do a public announcement, realizing like, I guess I'm a public figure too. She turned on that camera and she handled it. Now, tomorrow, will we have shits and giggles? You never know. You never know. I calls it like I sees it. You lost your dad to AHS flight. That's a sad club to be in too, because I'm there also, and I'm in the I've got both. You know what I'm saying? Both are in heaven. So I feel you on that. Okay, it's tough, guys. But I have respect for her turning on that camera. We saw we've seen look, all you got to do is turn on this YouTube and everyone's losing someone, period. I mean, that's just life. That's daily. So you can find that on anyone's channel, right? At the end of the day, the fact that Mom Dukes turned on that camera and spoke, gave her update, spoke on Jasmine. I give her a big thumbs up for doing that. I gave a thumbs up on the video for doing that, because that was a real G move. I respect that. And thank you, because girl, we had Jasmine at the hospital. Jasmine was giving birth. Jasmine was trying to continue the cover up. I mean, there was all the things, right? Was Jasmine's stepmother really for real? I mean, the controversies were, but that's social media, guys. It's social media. Okay. It's like your neighbors, you know, it's like any of you who are old enough to remember that commercial that was like, I did something and I told a friend and they told a friend and they told a friend and they told a friend, and you just see the multiplying. I forgot what it was. I just remember that commercial. I was a kid, so girl, it was a long time ago. The woman was basically talking about something, and she told a friend, and then they told a friend, and you just saw the massive multiplying of people. Okay, social media is powerful. We are on a platform at the moment that is global. Like people in Africa, people in South Africa, people in South America. I've got people who are watching in China, Abu Dhabi, Alaska even, and Brazil. All right. All over the world. It's telephone. It's global telephone. Okay. And people want to absorb some of this American culture. They want to understand, like, why would they want to listen to this? Why would you want to that? I don't know. Maybe we're a curiosity, just like sometimes they are a curiosity to us, right? And at the end of the day, I think the good things about social media are the fact that we are able to learn about different cultures very quickly. We can kind of like dip in, dip out. We can watch a vlog. We can watch a documentary. We can watch many different things. But more closer to home, we see the fuck shit, okay? We see the drags. We see the drama. We see the chasing for clout. At the end of the day, clout is a certain degree of influence. Back in the day, American Express card, they used to say you don't leave home without it. There was a guy who looked kind of like a detective who used to be kind of like the spokesperson for American Express. And he used to use the word clout in that advertisement. If I could find the old advertisement of American Express, I will show it to you guys. One day, not today. I was not ready because I'm on my ish early in the morning, and when that popped into my head, it was too late. But at the end of the day, it's a certain degree of influence. Okay. Clout has several different meanings, but when you look at the verb clout, it's influence. Okay. Good morning, Barbara. Good morning from us. Girl, Barbara is checking in with us from Australia. Okay. To my point, we're all over the world, guys. Okay. All over the world. All right. And it's not just us, it's everybody else here on this platform. I'm not special, guys. I'm just like you guys. I just turned my camera on this morning. Well, I didn't turn my camera on. I turned this mic on and I hit the broadcast button. Okay. All right. What I want to say is this. On social media, like sometimes you don't even have a whole chance to get it right. Now, early on, when I started going live and doing things like live streaming, along with putting up content, because I realized that for me to build an audience, I had to bring more people to the yard. You know what I'm saying? Those of you guys impart your own strategies. I'm not here to give any lessons on how and what you need to do to grow your channel. I'm telling you what I did. And I realized that for me, I needed to bring some more people to the yard. And to bring more people to the yard, I had to basically throw a party every day. Okay. And my party included going live. Okay. When you go live, you have more of an opportunity to mess up. You're not editing. Sometimes you're distracted. Oftentimes you have a thought and you may not be able to fully explore your thought. When you are saying something, you can say a little bit of something and leave off a whole lot of the tail end. So people get confused or people get curious. People may feel that you have omitted something important, but understand, like, we have so much information in us. Sometimes you don't even know what the point is where somebody is going with a statement. And when people interject, basically interrupt, whether it's well-meaning or trollish, you may not. There's many times I listen back to a broadcast and I was getting ready to say something and I got distracted and I'm done. And it's like, gone. Maybe I get back to the spirit of what I was going to say anyway, which I typically do, but there might have been something I was getting ready to say and it's gone. It's gone because I got distracted. And it's not a big deal. I mean, at the end of the day, this is a live format. And if I just wanted to hear myself or I didn't want to be interrupted, then I would do this in the back of the house on StreamYard and I would upload it and we would be talking in the chat right now, right? And I would be, everybody in here would be saying, when did I miss this live? When did this happen? No, it's happening right now. I did it all by myself, okay? Because I wanted to get all my thoughts out, right? Anyway, it's, I'm saying that to say this. Sometimes, and this has happened to me very early on, and I didn't understand because I use social media. I've been watching videos, and I've told you guys my progression, and I'm not going to repeat it. It's all in my videos, and whatever is on members is on members. Go ahead and hit that membership button. And whatever is not available, it's either by reason or by season. And that's that on that, right? And when the season comes, I decide to let that out, I will. I control my content. So I will. So that's what I do. That's how I manage my channel. I don't need to have everything out there because this catalog is valuable to me, right? And I control it how I see fit, right? So what I'm going to say, though, is early on, it was when you're telling your story or a story and you don't complete a thought or you say something and people are like, but what about such and such? Oh, you're trying to make people, but it happens in here. We're talking about a situation. You guys will quickly remind me about something someone did. And I'm getting ready to talk about that, but I can't, I can only say but so many words. I can only put out one word at a time. And sometimes my thought is not on the same train of thought as yours. You guys are following me with this, right? Let me read something to you really, really quick. So according to, I pulled something up on Google and I thought it was kind of funny. So I'm going to read this to you very quickly. It's called How Social Media Works. Maybe some of you have seen it. In theory, this is me talking. I prefer mangoes to oranges. So some random person comes up and says, so basically what you're saying is that you hate oranges. You also failed to mention pineapples, bananas, and grapefruit. Educate yourself. Then someone else wrote basically the same thing and said, so the same statement. So basically you're saying you hate oranges. You also failed to mention pineapples, bananas, grapefruits. Educate yourself. I'm literally shaking. Okay, guys, what that means to me reading that, I thought it was so funny, is that basically this person, let's say for argument's sake today, was just saying, I like mangoes to oranges. Somebody decided that based on what I said was that I hate oranges and I was irresponsible. You failed. You didn't do your job. Who in the hell are you? Because you didn't mention pineapples, bananas, or grapefruit. Well, I'm talking about mangoes over oranges. You understand what I'm saying? Then I'm given a shaming by saying, or a critique, or a diminishing of my capabilities and capacity because I need to educate myself, right? Furthermore, the person says they're literally shaking. So they're mad. They're mad on their own understanding of someone saying something very simple and something really not up for debate. If someone, I prefer mangoes to oranges. Fran, why are you talking about this? Because there are some things that people will say on this internet. Let me tell you, 2 years ago, if you would have said you were clout chasing or chasing clout, yeah, people would have been coming for your neck. Like, are you serious? I think, I don't know what's changed. You know, Cardi B had anything for clout. I think people are really understanding how this thing works a little bit, but there is still some shaming involved of influencers trying to gain influence. I mean, my goodness, they call it social media influencers. Okay. Micro, macro, large, whatever you want to call big channels. Maybe they're just an influencer. Then you've got your micro, your macro. At the end of the day, look up clout. As a verb, it's influence. Okay? Can we understand what we are consuming, what we are doing, what we are participating in? Chasing clout, it is what it is. On the streets, chasing clout sounds like you're thirsty. It sounds like you're trying to get something that you did not earn. But I guarantee you, if you're chasing something and you catch it, yeah, you earned it because you chased it, right? Now, did you get it the right way? Did you do it the right things? Even if you're doing the right things, did you do it the right way? Are you vlogging your family? Are you exploiting your marriage? Are you exploiting the children? Are you exploiting this? Are you exploiting that? You could be on the most apple pie vlog channel, mommy channel, daddy channel, car channel. But if you say something or you happen to find a niche, somebody will find a way to enter the exploitation, to enter the you're not qualified. They're going to diminish. They're going to discredit. Okay. If you do commentary, well, you're just talking on other people's things. You don't have, you have no content of your own. What? Have we not heard of the remix? Okay. Look, I did a whole video once upon a time that I think I will make my throwback today, where I made the argument about music that once upon a time that was heavily discredited. And you can say what you want to say. It's a analogy. It's not facts. It's not the future. It's whatever you think it should be. But at the end of the day, when people decided to sample music, and if you're old enough and remember, or just look at the videos. I mean, I'm sure they're all on here. When there were certain parts of traditional standard music at the time, they were pissed that people were taking their music, and it wasn't that they were taking it. They would obtain copyright privileges. Sometimes no, because it was still very new at the time. But all of that got sorted out in the back end on how to pay people to get a sample, right, of their music to create new music, right? Well, that's not music, they would say. Okay. Are we still talking about Gregg in the chat? Because I'm seeing condolences, but I'm not sure who we are referring to. They came for my neck. They sure did. They sure did. But I did a video and I did a follow-up to it where I compared reactions to the early stages, the early of rap music, and how people said it wasn't even music. It's not like today, guys. Let me tell you, in the late 70s, where I was a kid, I was a child. But in the 80s, the argument still lingered, even into the 90s. I mean, it was debatable amongst many whether it was even still a music, whether it was an art form, whether it was really anything, whether it should even be played on the radio like that. And you know, if you ever want to know why we ever had mixtapes, and people like DJ Red Alert, which he was on the radio eventually, but people like Kid Capri and you know, people who really kind of made the mixtape. Yeah. So but in any case, back to my point, at the end of the day, if you omit one minor detail, you are now in a cover-up. You are chasing clout. You are the lowest of the low. Let me tell you something. If I or anyone else were not wanting people to show up to the yard, we're not wanting people to click on a video, then when you post a video, you would keep it private. If you post a video, you would invite the people to the video that you want to see the video. Okay? Period. There are plenty of people who post stuff on YouTube every day that is not searchable. You know why? Because they send it to the people that they want to see it, and it's not public. Now, does that mean that they're not chasing clout? No, because they sent it to their whole family. So they're showing maybe the graduation. They're showing their new car. They're showing how they decorated the kitchen. At the end of the day, if you don't want people to see something, you don't want to be influential. Look, sometimes we are influential and we don't even know it. Okay? Just your walk. Someone could be looking out the window, your neighbor, and see you getting up and going to work every day in the snow, in the rain, no matter what, never missing a day. And you might inspire that person to say, you know what? I just decided I wasn't going to be afraid of the quarantine anymore, and I'm going to get out. Or I'm going back into my office once a week. Or I want a job. Just your walk out there, just who you are, showing up and looking flawless, showing up and not giving a fuck. Whatever it is that you do, trust and believe there's someone out there that thinks you're the fucking bomb. And there's someone out here that thinks you're a piece of fucking shit. Okay? Let's not get it twisted. There's people that like you. There's people that love you. There's people that trust you. There's people that don't trust you. And that's off the rip. They don't know you. They're just in the yard. They came to click on a video. But at the end of the day, I'll be damned if I'm going to sit here and tell you that I don't post videos for a click and a fucking view. Period. People used to say that shit like it was a bad thing. Like, damn, you think I sat here and worked for 30 minutes to edit a video or to chase my family around the house or document my, like, do you really think I want to document my shit like this? For me? I'm doing it for you because I thought maybe sometimes I do something funny, or I wanted to share with you guys how I shop for groceries, or I thought it was interesting how I make this fish, or I just wanted to get to know some people. I'm going to let you get to know me because I'm going to get to know you. Okay? That is social media. Okay? Social media does not work unless we all come together. I tell a friend who tells a friend who tells a friend, they tell two friends, and then so on and so on and so on and so on. You want your shit private? Make it private. You don't want to be known? Don't fucking post it. You don't want it to be talked about? Make it private. Exercise some control over your shit. When you realize that you've made a mistake, well, maybe I've let out too much, pull it back. You can't expect people to exercise some control that you don't. So let me just throw 3 moms in it. Olivia exercises no fucking control over herself, over her content. Now she says that she's not going live anymore, which we know that that's, girl, she's trying. I'm assuming, I don't know. But we see Jasmine. I mean, I don't know if Jasmine went live in her members yesterday. It seemed like that video was a live. Now, it was premiered when I saw it, but it was not a live. It was a premiere. Now, was she live for her members? Maybe. That's showing some control. Not just controlling herself, but she's controlling how she distributes her media. She decided, I'm sick. I don't feel like dealing with the bullshit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go live for my members because whatever. I don't know why. That's her choice. Like, I'll be doing that. Members, don't forget, Sunday morning at 11 o'clock Eastern. It's us. Members only Sunday morning live. If you want to be in, hit that join button between now and Sunday at 10:55 or whatever, and come holla at us. And we do that every first Sunday. Okay. When you select your mods, when you deselect your mods, when you look, you can't I can't say pretty dope, don't show up here. Pretty dope, you're not welcome. Mary Blue, what the fuck? KP, what in the business? All I can do is control me. So chasing clout, yeah, if you got to, like I said, if you got to chase after something, whether people feel like you deserve it or not, you fucking deserve it. When you got to chase after somebody and you catch that shit, yeah, you done caught it and you deserve to have it. Does someone have to give up what they have so that you can have something? Not on this social media, because you got your own, okay? Just because someone comes to watch your content doesn't mean that they can't go to watch someone else's. I'm just saying this from a standpoint, guys. There's a lot of people who are finding this sector. This sector is growing. This sector is maturing to a certain extent. And somebody's got to say something about something. It can't all be cuss a bitch out. It can't all be nonsense. And as one of the seniors, and I'm certainly not saying in an OG capacity, guys, remember, I'm old, okay? I don't know if I'm the oldest, but in this yard, yes, I may not be. There's sisses out here that outrank me, but that's okay. You know what I'm saying? That's okay. Everybody is respected. I don't care if you're 19 up in here, and I don't care if you're 79. At the end of the day, everybody has some worth and a place up in here. All right? The good, the bad, the dim, the delusional, the ugly, the beautiful, the whatever. At the end of the day, that's how social media works. Everybody has a place, okay? It all makes the wheel go. If this was all butterflies and fairies, yeah, some people just wouldn't show up. People like a little bit of the drama, okay? We got to have a little bit of the drama because it makes it interesting. Now, are people out there putting on the drama? Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't have time to create shit, okay? When you see me cooking in the kitchen, that's about the most of the plans that I have made. Okay. And I plan to go outside and show you my plans. So I plan, you know what I mean? Like as far as, okay, channels where it's like some of these family channels were like, okay, let's go ahead and we're gonna slide down and then you need to pretend that you just got home and you're shocked that I turned the pool into Jello, okay? Even though we were working for the past 2 days to put Jello in this damn pool, all right? Yeah, we're not doing stunts and shows and skits over here, not here, okay? Now, other places in the YouTube universe, girl. Okay. At the end of the day, this clout chasing as a negative. Yeah. So back to the three moms. We saw Jasmine doing a very controlled situation yesterday. Mom Dukes got up on there and told us what we needed to know about what was going on. And I have a video I recorded this morning and I'll be putting that out a little bit later. I just have to finish editing it. And I still have to do my one on Olivia's live. So I owe you guys a couple of reaction videos. So I was sure I'll get one up today and then I'll time the other one for tomorrow. But at the end of the day, this social media influence thing, guys, last week when Olivia mentioned she threw Zolo bands out there, she said that he was chasing Clout, he was dick riding, all of those things. At the end of the day, when you remind Olivia of her clout chasing, yes, she gets mad. She gets mad. And if someone is collaborating with you to create some momentum or get some buzz or just even learn, even just a little bit of teach me your talent, people have to get away with feeling like everybody is a damn victim out here and everybody needs to be protected and whatever. Sometimes people open up their platforms and at the end of the day, I mean, you guys, some of you guys met me through TMR. Some of you guys met TMR through me. We collaborated for a very long time by YouTube street standards. And at the end of the day, many people had their takes on what the fuck was really going on and how that thing even occurred, how it happened, why it isn't happening. Okay. Sometimes you got to just kind of start to develop your own style, your own brand, go forth on your own message. And sometimes you get back together and do certain things. I mean, we see Destiny's Child out here. Sometimes you'll catch him at a Super Bowl. Most of the time you see Beyonce out there on her own. Kelly Rowland does her own thing and Michelle does her own thing. Okay. And then you catch them together on those special occasions. Because it was a reason, it was a season, okay? They were together for a season and they get back together for some reasons, okay? Just like I turned on this camera today. I went live for a reason. It was on my heart to talk about social media and how social media works, how social media does not work, by trying to kill people's messages, by killing and defaming of people's characters, of trying to run people off of platforms. Now, it really wasn't until, hey, Amber, good morning. Mama Michelle, I don't think I said hi to you yet. Good morning. Angie, good morning, hun. Host of YouTube, good morning. You hear a lot. I know I hear it a lot. It's like nails on the chalkboard when I hear it. They're talking down to me. They want to run me off my platform. I guess for all intents and purposes, when people start to apply some pressure or you feel some pressure or people are talking ish, whatever they're doing that doesn't feel like support, any person can feel as if they are being tested, right? Now, unless you know for a fact that somebody is coming for your neck and they want to run you off your platform, at the end of the day, the best thing to do in my advice, which I have to take my own advice all the time, because sometimes it's hard to not react emotionally, because if you are a person that defends ferociously, then you can't not defend ferociously, right? It's hard, right? But we all have to learn, and sometimes we have to stretch out of our comfort zones, okay? And sometimes on these regular streets, shit that would never happen, but if it did happen, you know what you would do immediately. You kind of have to sometimes, unrealistically to some, take a step back and really kind of like objectively look at things, okay? And social media has really taught me a lot. It's taught me a lot. It's taught me to chill, and it's also taught me to be even more vigilant than I have ever been. So certainly Nubian Empress. So Nubian Empress is saying right here, let me highlight your, I'm not on that screen. Hold on. Let me get to where I can highlight it. So of course, so Nubian Empress, of course, it's not all. And I've said that many times. Look, when people thought, I'm going to just use me. When people thought that they were roasting and gagging me for having a fried leave out, there were, I took that as, okay. My hair was not fried. My hair was graying. Okay. I was in between colors, but I'm not giving a whole bunch of explanation on that. At the end of the day, okay, sis. What that told me was, girl, you're on social media now. People are actually really checking for you. They actually really give a fuck about your hair. Okay. They care. Now, do they care, or do they just they just bothered? I don't know, but that's not for me. I don't care. That's not for me in my understanding. What I needed to understand was, girl, you have put yourself on a whole nother platform, and what is acceptable here is not acceptable there. And you need to take it up a notch. That's how I took it. So I hope that answers your question, Nubian Empress. She said, it's not even that. How about possibly applying some of what people are saying? It's not all criticism. Well, it is criticism, but there's constructive criticism and there's tear your ass down criticism, right? And so from a standpoint of, so Nubian Empress, it's perception. Now, my perception is, were people trying to be funny? Of course they were. Of course they were, but I took it as a positive. I took it as motivation, not tear downation. Okay. I didn't take it as a negative. Were they, what, it's something that doesn't even bother me anymore. I think it's kind of funny. Because girl, the people that are hearing that and saying that in it's kind of like, girl, that is, it's old, so if people are still saying that, it's like, oh, okay, well, all right, that's okay, because that's not the case, right? So, but that's okay, you know what I'm saying? Some people, whether they meant it for my good or meant it for my demise, at the end of the day, when people are coming for your neck, they're coming for your marriage, they're coming for your kid. I've spoke on my kid before. At the end of the day, I'm not taking anyone's, no one orders my steps with my kid, but myself and my husband, period. Her and her father, that's it. As far as certain things being perfect all the time, yeah, that's just not going to happen. So because she's a kid, and I don't want to, as being a young woman or up and coming young woman, I don't want her, along with the pressures, to feel additional pressure about how she looks, and how finished she needs to be, when I care more about you opening up a book. I'm serious on that. I don't care. Her hair could be stale AF, and hair appointment on Saturday. Tuesday, I'm going to need for you to be in that book. Okay? Yeah, Tuesday night, we're not spending at the African Braider. Tuesday night, you're in your books. You're getting your work done. Okay? I'm not raising an Instagram model. I'm raising someone who says that they want to be a doctor, sometimes a veterinarian, someone who needs to be in their science and math. Okay? Period. So I'm not gonna now me on the other hand, I gotta come a certain way because I'm grown. I come on here saying bougie gang. Yeah, I'm not gonna be in my mink jacket, but the hair will be combed, teeth will be brushed, outfit will be good, and hair will be laid on period. Cause I'm grown. Francoise Vlogs, my vlog channel, well, you're catching me around the house. Hair may not be laid at that moment, but I'm picking up the camera because I wanted to show you my plants. Okay? Because that's the real. And this is the real in my office when I come to talk to you guys on Love, Lies, and Lace Fronts. That's why you're getting avatar right now. You're getting all avatar. But when I turn on this camera, when I got my Zoom meeting at 1 o'clock, 1, 1:30, 2:30, and 3:30 this afternoon, yeah, I will be done up. Okay? Corporate. Period. All right? Appropriate. Period. Child, appropriate. Okay? You're just doing this for clicks and views. Hell to do you think I bought $1,000 camera? Not for clicks and views? I would hope. Thank you. Thank you for the Cash App. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. You're a doll. You know what I'm saying? Like, guys, seriously? Yeah, I am not raising an Instagram model. Now, if she becomes an Instagram model, I mean, you know, at a certain point, we got adults here. I can't tell her. I can only raise her a certain way. And I hope to God that if she's an Instagram model, she is modeling hand cream and body butter and shoes and things of that nature, and not her tatas and her boom boom. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just hope. Every Instagram model out here is not soft porning it. Okay. Again, social media, right? Let's put some respect on the Instagram model. But every Instagram model is not showing everything, right? But there's plenty who are, and it is what it is, and they're making their money. And some of these women are very accomplished and are doing their thing and selling product and all of those things, right? But at the end of the day, I don't want a young lady to be way too consumed about her looks rather than her brain and her heart and her soul. Okay. That's more important to me. Okay. The rest comes after that, because if you are beautiful from within and that mind is highly functioning, everything else just falls into place. Okay. That's just what it is. Okay. So we working from the inside out. Okay. Because that work that you got to do from the outside in is, that's a lot. It's too much. It's too much. And I'm not trying to put that on my kid. She's going inward, outward. Okay. So you guys think about that. Anyway, yes, this is clicks and views. This is monetized. This was deliberate. This is social media. Do I collab a lot on this channel? No, I really don't. I like to collab with people. You know, I send down the call in. You guys, maybe it's just that you guys just love to listen to me. You guys love to talk to each other. Sometimes you guys call in, sometimes you don't. It's okay either way. You guys know I could talk for hours. Okay, that's how I found this shit. Okay, this was a creative outlet for me to be able to talk about things that I found interesting and important. how it kind of culminated was in talking about these mommies. Real Talk Bougie, which I say a lot, is going to be about relationships, okay? Be it friendships, situationships, marriages, all of those things. So definitely want you guys to support me, support over there. Again, social media, you hear me? You hear me? Real Talk Bougie right now is clout chasing off of LX3, guys. Go ahead, drag the bones. Real Talk, she's dry begging over here, guys. Okay, that's what I'm doing. But I'm not dry begging. You don't dry beg when you just come out and ask. I'm asking. If you are not subscribed to Real Talk Bougie, go ahead, get your life. Because I love this live format, but it's a little bit limiting because what I know is that you guys turn up, turn out, show up, show out for these mommy talk. And I enjoy doing it too. I'm not going to lie. I enjoy it. When you don't have a willing participant, and it gets very contentious, these women are feeling it. Okay. And because they are feeling it, it makes it a little less fun. I think what I see sometimes out here when I go watch other people's videos, I'm not seeing as much fun and laughing. Nobody wants to be the butt of people's jokes, but at the end of the day, you can't control other people's messages and how they see you. I mean, you can to a certain degree. But that's going to impart some awareness to Nubian Empress's point, right? You're going to have some self-awareness and you're going to want to have to act on it, right? But we have people who are mad. They're mad. Chrissy has really fully kind of accepted. So she's kind of done the Jedi mind trick on some to really not even really mention her anymore because what she's doing is not salacious enough. She's not bringing the drama. I'm sure Chrissy's got some stuff going on with her, but she's also not dropping the content like she did. And she's changed the optics. So it's not that she's all of a sudden the darling of the reactors. That's not necessarily true. She has shifted she's changed some things. She's deliberately changed the optics. She's controlling how she's dealing with certain things. And there's plenty to talk about. People just have to have the incentive to want to talk about it. Now, the fact that she is in love with this guy and now he's on a channel. Yeah, I mean, I could be over there watching the channel, but I don't review a whole lot of guy channels like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, yes, I could go over there and start seeing what he's doing, but then you know, like, is that fair to the guy who's trying, right? Zolo bands. Is it fair to critique everything? When he was with Olivia, before he really started his own channel like that, we were reporting the news, right? Can someone live? Can someone get some air? Can someone get some breath? Yes. If people aren't giving us anything, sometimes it's just time to move on until there's something there to report, right? So Olivia, of course, is still giving us everything, but thinking she's giving nothing. Jasmine, you know, she showed up yesterday. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. You know, we talked about it a little bit, and it is what it is. And but you know, when you don't have a willing participant, I think at a certain point a year or so ago, these girls were still playing the game. Hey, Hollywood. And I mean by playing the game was really participating, following our content to the point where they're basically kind of, you can tell that they've watched the video. And you know, just when Chrissy infamously said, and I gave you something to react to. I'm talking to you. This is what I have laid out for you. There you go. Pretty Dope is saying exactly. So Chrissy, I'm assuming you're referring to, she took all the shit down with Bam, repurposed the drama, took it head on, created Starla Omega. Like, you can't tell me about me. That was the first iteration, but then I think she also realized, like, Now I got a whole man, and we're not going to probably put our sex life on like that as much. Then eventually the shit died off. Exactly. Like Starla Omega was kind of a holder place. Starla Omega was Chrissy's first attempt at rebranding, but saying, you're not going to shame me about my sexuality. But I think also realizing that as a mom of 9 and as someone who just really got outed with a lot of drama to her sexuality, and then starting a relationship with a man that maybe is operating in a different way. It's a difference when someone's coming through to hit it and someone is now, that same someone has now made you their woman, when it was some puss versus my puss. Okay. Yeah, it's a whole different psychology for a man. I challenge you to go to any of those men's panels and ask them that. A puss versus my puss. Okay. So when it became his puss, yeah, Starla Omega was toasted. She was done. Okay, done. Now, can Starla Omega come back? Of course, but Starla Omega is not going to be like Starla Omega slithering across the dining room tables with a whole daughter of 12, a son of maybe 11 or whatever, maybe 11. Because I know she's got one who's my daughter's age, 10. So you got 10, 11, 12, and then maybe 9 or 8, something like. I mean, you got multi ages, and they are aware. You're not going to be doing all that unless that's what you do, unless you're Olivia. Okay. And Olivia is a whole different breed. Okay. Chrissy, really, I think if there's one person who wants to be suburban housewife bougie, that's Chrissy. That's Chrissy all day. Okay. With the caftans and the bobs and all that. Yeah, she's liking that. She enjoys that. And it's cute on her. If that's what you want to do. Girl, you could do it with blue hair. I don't care. Okay. Olivia still wants to be sex pot, sex kitten. And girl, stop it. Stop. But if that's what you want to do, if you think that that's what's going to bring people to the yard, Olivia doesn't understand her audience. That's one of the keys of social media marketing. You have to understand your audience. Olivia does not seem to understand that she's got mothers, housewives, grandmothers, and maybe some thoughts. Who knows? But for the most part, this is a mommy community. So wannabe moms, grandmas, mom supporters, people are really not here to see your ass. They're not here to see your titties. They're not here to see you in the bathtub. They're not here to, they do want to hear about your sex life, but they don't necessarily want to see your body. Okay. They don't. I don't. She might have male followers, but I think her male followers, we've seen her male followers before. So number one, we saw a married male follower, which is no longer, I don't know if he follows her or not. We saw Wolf of Brooklyn and his wife. So the male followers that follow are typically the husbands of wives that are watching. Okay. And we also saw somebody who represented the LGBTQ community. Okay. Now, is that all the men that watch her? Maybe not. But if you find a straight guy who's watching Olivia, there's probably his woman who's watching with him. The average guy is not finding Olivia's channel. I'm sorry. Okay. So if she does have a male audience, I think I have about a 2% male audience, period. 2%. Okay. So, I don't know. I don't know what she thinks, but nobody wants to see that. And the women that are seeing it are kind of like, Olivia, please don't. Like, please stop. Okay. But back to my original, what we were talking about initially, guys, you got to give people a break. And this is to whoever's in the audience, whoever's listening, whoever will listen moving forward. I'm going to put those 2 videos up on my community, the ones I was referencing. Just because someone is coming to answer a question, just because someone is coming to talk about something we have to understand everybody here has not been a paid speaker. Everybody is not used to public speaking. Everybody is not used to managing social media. Everybody is not in your head. Okay. Everyone is not going to say exactly to the letter how you think they're going to say it and what you think that they should say. And just because they omitted a fact, just because they omitted something, doesn't mean it's a cover up, and doesn't mean that they're not trying to be truthful, and doesn't mean that there's anything more to it other than I was focusing on what I wanted to focus on, and I didn't even think to mention that, or I didn't think it was relevant, or I didn't want to go on for an hour about that topic. Just because someone did not mention a detail. Let me give you a perfect example. Me and my exuberance for my marriage. Once upon a time, the fact that I did not divulge that I was a second wife versus a first wife. Although this was my first marriage, I'm some sort of a liar out here. Now, did I fall for the okie doke? Maybe I did. I fell for the old social media guilting, exposing plot because someone had a detail that they thought that they were going to shame me on. And actually, probably for a moment in time, I was ashamed about something that wasn't even my thing to have any shame on, or something to not be shamed of. That's not my story to tell. Like, this channel, even my other channel, is about me with my family, not all just about my family. And part of my story was we never sat down and talked about my husband's dating and marriage life, okay? As it pertained to before he met me. Okay? But that's just one of those tricks that people fall for people to expose or to kind of exploit you being more open and telling more about yourself than you were prepared to tell or even thought of. Because honestly, I was just like, I didn't really understand that I needed to even tell that, because that's not my story. But okay, I'm a second wife. I'm the Second Wives Club. Who cares? Who cares? But I did not know that there were people out here on social media that cared. I did not know. So because now, when I hear people saying certain things and I'm like, oh shit, they don't fail for the okie doke. Yeah, that's what happens. Okay. So it is what it is. And you love the social media topic. Thank you, Keisha. Because I just think YouTube is a very unique place. I love that Trilletta gave her that nickname. What nickname? Liz. Oh, okay. Are you talking about Liz? Yes. Okay. Annie, are you okay? Let me highlight. Guys, I've been a bad hostess today, not managing both boards, because I like to look at the YouTube broadcast screen because it's all in colors and it does something special for my eyes. This one is okay. See, that's bougie. Okay. That's bougie. All of you guys who hear about the back office of StreamYard and they can't read it. And I'm like, I love the YouTube one because it's got more colors and it's special and it gives me everything I need. Can I just give you that as an example of I'm bougie with how I like my board to look, because it helps me read it better. Okay. It's functional and it's also a little bit more fun. Okay. Okay. So yeah, guys, it was on my heart. And at the end of the day, we're not going to, I've said this multiple times, so I'm just making good on my promises, is that we are going to talk about many different things. Will I bring it on home with the three mommies or cohorts of the three mommies and extensions of whatever mommies that are out there that we discuss and channels we like to talk about? Of course I will. But this is something that needed to be said. There's lots of new channels out here. There's lots of new sitchies going on, and there's lots of and this is YouTube, period. Last week, I saw so many damn fights on the YouTube streets. It was ridiculous. All over the place. All over the place. Okay. But sometimes it's questions not being asked, sometimes people missing, questions not being answered, assumptions that people are watching, assumptions that bones have been dragged, assumptions that people give a fuck, assumptions that people don't give a fuck, assumptions, more assumptions. Okay. Perception. Okay. And at the end of the day, the bottom line is we can't always know what is the hot button and what you guys want to hear. It's not sometimes until you get offline, you hear, like, specifically, there's someone out here who said something. Okay. Duh. Of course they said something. And girl, that has been a problem ever since. But guys, I could be talking about 1,000 people right now. Okay. You don't know me and you don't know what I'm talking about, period. Okay. So let's not assume. But somebody somewhere said something that some people did not like. And it's been a problem ever since. And that's on period. Lean not to your own understanding. Just get this point. At the end of the day, when you want to cuss a bitch out because they're not understanding, they don't want to understand, they can't understand, they think you're full of shit, understand. They don't want to understand, they can't understand, and they think you're full of shit. So sometimes, and I'm going to take this back to a movie really quick. I'm not even going to tell you about it, but I was telling you guys about this. There's a movie called Postcards from the Edge. It's about a mother-daughter relationship. I've told you guys to go see this movie a million times. And the mother, who happens to be Debbie Reynolds, and the daughter, who was Carrie Fisher, she says, "Mom, I'm dancing as fast as I can." I'm doing what I can do. I'm doing it as fast as I can. Like, you can't please everybody. And there's only but at a certain point, you're going to hit that wall. It's not going to work. It's going to be what it is. And the sooner that you accept it, the sooner that other people will start to accept it. And like I said at the beginning, every day I have to take my own advice. Okay. Because sometimes, bonjour, Joseph, because sometimes you take that bait, and it's not just social media, guys. Joseph is at work right now. That damn bitch who likes to pull her trigger could be getting ready to walk by in about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. It's up to you, Joseph, to not take the bait. It's up to you, Joseph, that when she does try to come drop something on you, that you're like, okay, flip the script. You either ignore it, you flip the script, you do something different, because people are waiting for you to react how you react. And if people are noticing your pattern, like, I'm going to do this because I know she's going to do that. Wake up. Wake up. This is social media, guys. It's not going to be kind. It's not going to always work to your advantage. Tides are going to turn. You're hot one day. You're not the next. There's always something new. And at the end of the day, people are watching. They are learning. They are absorbing. They are seeing. They are hating. They are loving. They're doing lots of different things. If you are managing a social media platform for yourself or someone else, you have got to stay current. You've got to stay. You can't be an island. You have to know what's going on, and you got to mitigate those losses quick. Okay, quick, or else you won't last out here. You just won't. You won't last. You'll be eaten up because you will fall into the barracuda pond, and you will be somebody that people once knew and heard about, but see no more, and that nobody is checking for. Okay, so I hope that any of this offered you some encouragement and can apply this somewhere. We all use social media to a certain degree. Everyone's levels are different. We play the social games at work. People will try you. They try you, your neighbors, and sometimes your sisters and your cousins at that wedding that you're going to go to next weekend. Okay. Because one of your cousins done drug back a bone to auntie or to your mother. Okay. Do something different. Get woke. Be aware. Understand what's going on. Assess the situation and don't be so predictable. Okay. Guys, have an awesome day. I got to get on my grizzy and I will see you tomorrow. Okay. Take care. Have a great day. Welcome back to Love, Lies, and Lace Fronts, where we do reactions, reviews, and commentary on the YouTube channels you love to watch. Guys, are you subscribed to this channel? If you're not, you need to be. Hit your notification bell so you can be notified when I upload a video, when I go live, and drop another video for you. Also, follow me on Instagram. That way you can keep up with what I'm doing, okay? If you enjoy channels like this and commentary, consider becoming a member. Otherwise, guys, BougieGang Gang, it's an open thing. Make sure that you are subscribed to this channel so you can participate in the chats. And I will see you next time I hit that live button. Okay? Take care. Bye. Hey guys, how are you?
You could be doing opposed to being on my page, bitch, cause I ain't got nothing for you nothing ass bitches.